So right now, if I take a look at the water company Alkaline 88, it's actually trading at $1.20, so 1.2054. Now this can fluctuate, as soon as you hit the button, it can change. It can go higher, it can go lower because each trade updates the price. And I'll explain a little bit more as we take a look at this. So if we look at the actual previous close, so we'll see previous close means the previous day when the market was open, what was the last price that the stock traded at? That's going to be your previous close price. Now, the price at open can be different than the previous close. Now, the New York Stock Exchange, it opens up every morning at 9:30. So 9:30 is when the stocks start moving on the New York Stock Exchange. So when these prices are getting quoted the previous close, the previous day, they are looking at the price that was quoted when the New York Stock Exchange was open, or the American markets were open from 9:30 to 4 o'clock. Now, there's also something that's called a pre-market and an aftermarket, and those hours tend to be from 7 to 9:30, and I believe 4:30 from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the evenings. Now, with those, you have to trade what's called round lots. Lots of hundreds, 100, 200, 300, 400. So those are round lots. And as you see on the trade and on the tickers, they only report in round lots. So you're not going to see the last trade being, in this case, 101 shares. No, they're only going to show those round lots of shares in the hundreds. So, all right, we're looking at the previous close, 126. It opened at 132. And we're just going to say the bid again right now is at 121 by 1200. So what that means is right now someone is saying, I will buy it for $1.21. And I have 1,200 shares that I am willing to purchase, that my order is saying right now that I want to buy. So I'm bidding. I bid that I want to buy, and it's going to show the highest bid that's out there, the highest price that someone is willing to pay for it. And that is going to be 121 right now. And they have 1,200 of those shares. Now, the second thing you're going to see is the ask. And the ask is 1.22. And also at the same time, there are 1,200 shares that this person is saying, I am willing to sell this to the market for $1.22. So this is the most that you could receive at that exact moment for the sale. So it's always going to show the person that wants to buy it for the most and the person that wants to sell it for the least. All right. So we look at each transaction. When you're offering to buy, those transactions are going to show every time a transaction happens, it's going to post. Now, the days range, simply put, the days range is just where you are saying how high or how low did the actual stock go for that day. So if it traded right now, it's showing the lowest trading price. It's showing the lowest trading price for today was $1.20. And the highest trading price was $1.29. And that's not saying whether someone bought at that price or sold at that price, but those are the prices that trade happened at today. You'll also see the 52-week range. So this is saying, where is this stock? The last 52 weeks, if we look back 52 weeks, what has been the high and the low price of this actual stock? So for Alkaline 88, we see that the lowest price that you could have gotten this stock in 52 weeks was 93 cents. And the highest price that it traded was $2.35. So that for that 52-week period, you can see, if the stock is on the rise, if it's going down, how the stock is actually trending. What direction is it moving? Next thing you'll see is volume. Now, volume, that is those each transactions. All of the shares that have been traded for today will show in that volume. Now, sometimes you can have a company that's not traded a lot and you'll see low volume, which means that price is not going to move as often. So maybe if you hit a quote, it may stay still because no one else has bought that stock or traded that stock. But that's really going to be on low volume stocks. And in this case, we're looking at today, the average volume, the volume for today so far is 570,000 shares have been traded. So the average is that there are going to be 1.7 million shares of this stock is going to be traded. Now, what happens is people look at the volume and say, oh man, what if 3.7 million shares started being traded? Then people say, oh man, something's going on with this company. It's picking up. There's volume. Now, it could be driving the price up or it could be driving the price down, but we know that there are more shares than normal that are being traded. So we can look at the volume and see that. Market cap. Market cap is the total number of shares that the company has. So this case, the total number is 129.251 million. So 129 million shares total. So this company has a total, all outstanding, 129 million shares.